Okay, it's time for another episode of Cybernaut, but before I get started, I just want to give a shout out and thanks to Andy's Hobbies, who donated 5 USD. Super thanks to the channel. I very much appreciate that. Andy says it would be super cool if you ran a purple LED rope through the tube or went around it. Machine looks good. That thought did cross my mind. We will see what happens. Either way, thanks again. I very much appreciate it. And Cybernaut also wants to give you a shout out. Cybernaut, what do you have to say for yourself? I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Okay, before I get started, I was just trying to figure out what the whole storyline is behind Cybernaut. Now, I read the flyer in the first episode, but I didn't really pay attention to what I was saying. I was just trying to, articulate properly. But now I've kind of read over it, and what I've come to understand is that, well, here you go. Humankind alone isn't enough, so this chick here recruited the services of the cybernetic ranger, because only a cybernetic ranger would dare a full frontal assault against the ion generator and its fearsome guardians. So these two team up to fight the evil forces of the ion generator and its guardians. But, I'm looking at the artwork. We got Cybernaut Ranger. We've got the humanoid, well, human. They've got their crazy weapons. And it's pretty cool landscape they're hanging out at right there. And there she is on the side of the head there. So then here is, it's a little bit glary. Here is Cybernaut. He's kind of holding his weapon here. Leg here. I think that is a leg, yeah, kind of almost kicking through. And then he's blasting his weapon. This section here is the ion generator, so I guess you're trying to shoot the ball at it. You're trying to blast it to destroy it. And the tube, I think, is part of the whole ion generation process or something. But I don't see these guardians, man. Where are all these guardians at? This ion generator is not very well guarded, in my opinion. So, but that's basically what the storyline is. So now that we've got a good grasp of that, it's time to get to work. So I think the idea for tonight is I'm going to strip the playfield down. I'm going to clean and or replace any bad rubbers. I'm going to tighten things up because this ion generator has been blasted pretty good. It's fairly loose. There's some other loose stuff. It just all needs a buttoning down and a tightening up. And, it's not dirty, really. I'll clean it, though. I'll novice it. Yeah, there's some ball tracking going on there, so, it'll clean up a little bit. Oh, and then I'm going to hopefully LED all of the general illumination while I have everything off. And hopefully my LEDs with the fat asses will fit in these tight little 555 sockets. So that is the plan. And, if I have enough time, then maybe I can try and LED all the inserts as well. So I think that's the plan for tonight. So maybe I'll prop you up on the old tripod and you can kind of watch me strip this playfield down. Okay, I think that might be as far as I need to go on this guy here. I may end up removing some more parts and pieces, but for the most part I can access all areas, all posts, and all rubbers, and all LEDs, so that is the important thing. And it is pretty clean. Got an LED, getting a little flaky there. I really hope that my LEDs fit, because trust me, on Electra they did not. And I tried multiple times. I took like 3 different cracks at it on 3 different occasions. I'm just was like, don't want to give up on these, but in the end, incandescence won. So I'll give this a bit of a cleanup. I'm going to clean up the playfield. I'll clean the switches. I will clean any rubbers. I'll replace any rubbers that are in rough shape, like probably these slingshot rubbers. They're time for them to go. But the ones up here that don't see a whole lot of action, you know, I don't even know why there's rubbers on these guys. Well, I guess the posts kind of maybe hit them. Not really. And yeah, so alright, well, that's a start. Okay, check this out. I decided I can't lep this up, and by lep I mean, you know, there's HEP, high-end pins. Well, those who know what lep is. That is me, the low-end pin version of things. So decided not to lep up the rubbers and actually go ahead and change them all out. So this is new, and I've been tightening things up, had to add toothpick and wood glue to this guy here. But the good news is that, check this out. Look at that LED. That is a new style LED, and you can tell it is brighter, and it actually fits. So I'm going to be able to LED at least the general illumination, I believe. So I'm pretty happy about that. And on my laundry, just came ready, which is, well, that's just my pinball shirts. There's like 20 of them, so I got to do that before I proceed. I don't understand how 97% of all of my shirts just turn inside out magically. All right, check this out. So I went ahead and replaced all the rubbers. Well, here's the pile. There's the old LEDs. As you can see, I replaced the red ones as well. I just went natural. I went natural white on these guys instead of the warm white. I think it's a more outer spacey vibe. But yeah, so I cleaned the blue flipper rubbers. I tightened every post. I cleaned all the switches and adjusted them. And I did Novus the playfield. You can see the new LEDs. This area cleaned up nicely. I kept the original rebound rubber. I just cleaned that up a bit. And, you know, there's not a whole lot of general illumination bulbs on this machine. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if you count the pop bumper, 9, 10, 11. Looks like they were thinking of putting one there, but never did. And then you got the 4 ion generator guys there. So I think the fact that I changed these to white and changed the LEDs from old to new, it's going to be a lot brighter and a lot better. So I did clean up the target faces, the red guys. Oh, that actually, you know what? I didn't change these rubbers because I didn't feel the need to. But what I didn't do was tighten these 2 posts. This one post here was the only semi-loose one that was not machine threaded, that needed toothpick and wood glue. all the other loose posts, like these guys, and pretty much all the other ones, like these guys, they're all pretty much machine threaded and T-nutted. I didn't really run into any other wood screws, but you know, maybe this guy is, but that's just holding up a plastic. I didn't even bother tightening that guy. Tube's in beautiful shape. I didn't even have to clean that. I like how they did this whole like upper ramped up playfield. They kind of like just dremeled the playfield. It looks like it's kind of hard to see from there, but you can see the thickness on the right and that it's really thin there. Maybe you can see it better from the other side, but you can see it's only like an 1/8 inch thick for about 1 inch, and then it goes back to the normal thickness there, and then they just bent it up and prayed it didn't snap, and look at this, like 40 years later it's still solid. So that's kind of neat how they did that. And yeah, so I think that pretty much covers everything. These switches I cleaned and adjusted, and don't have a pop bumper cap since it's under the plastic. But she cleaned up nicely. I mean, it wasn't dirty to begin with, but I did use the Novus 2 to get in all the lanes and out lanes and shooter lanes, and there's some weird kind of gray. You can see a little bit of remnants. Almost this whole area was covered in this weird gray gunk, but that cleaned up much better. There's still a little bit of ball track here that I could probably do a better job on. But, you know, that's pretty much it for the top side. I think I'm going to go ahead, maybe do another tweak or two if needed, and then reassemble all the plastics. All right, I'd say the top side is finished and much brighter. I have my overhead light off and it's still pretty good. Pretty fun little art package. Did not require a lot of work, but turned out very nice. Who dat? Oh, hi, honey.
Hi.
What you doing down here?
Getting moose dressed.
Oh, dessert. Yummy. But yeah, so that is basically a wrap for the night. I think it's a good place to stop and go watch the last of the game. It is Monday night football night. So, mission accomplished for now. Cybernaut, what do you have to say for yourself? Cybernaut, what do you have to say for yourself? The second I said that, Ellie meowed. I wasn't asking you, Ellie. You did make an appearance, finally. The very last second. Silly kitty.